Hi, Empaths. Welcome to this channel. Blessings and love and light to you. This message is probably going to just be short and sweet. A client asked me to speak on this, so I'm just speaking off the cuff. And it has to do with letting people learn their lessons. We empaths are here, yes, as wayshowers, and we act as bridges connecting the human collective that's ready to ascend and awaken. We connect them to divine light. We use our divine light to help teach them and show them, higher wisdom and ways that they can up-level their lives. Of course, we empaths have to do our own work first, right? We have to heal our own wounds. We have to work with our shadow and learn to merge it with our light. There are many, many, many lessons for us as empaths. This life is, it can be something, right? And there's so many lessons that we have to learn. So there's this huge learning curve. And of course, we did not come here with a manual teaching us how to do this empath thing. We had to learn. It's trial and error. And then, of course, learning from other empaths and learning to go deep into the sanctuary of the heart and integrate what the spirit realm has for us so that we can learn how to bring our spirit essence, our God presence that's within us, and anchor it here on the earth instead of coming here, as angelic humans and being so frenzied and anxious and stressed out because of how chaotic this earth plane can be. We are here to restore peace and calm and to establish boundaries, to create a line of demarcation between devil energy and God frequency. We are here to uplift the planet, to help heal nature, to help heal animals, to help humans ascend, awaken, heal, right? We're here to calm the storms, for sure. We're such beautiful blessings on the planet. We're here with, once we're healed, because a wounded empath is a whole other bag, right? And I've talked a lot about that in previous talks, but a healthy, whole, grounded, anchored, self-loving, self-honoring, self-caring empath is able to keep their channel clear. Their heart is open, their heart is pure, their dial is clear and open and pure. And so they're a channel of the divine. The infinity circle lives within you, dear empath, that has done the work. You've merged your shadow with your light, and you're here to serve the planet. Yes, yes, yes. And bravo to you. And thank you, dear ones, for all that you do. That said, some people got to learn the hard way. Not all humans are the same. Some humans are hard-headed, stubborn, nasty, mean, sociopathic, narcissistic. I could go on and on, right? Conniving, nefarious, manipulative. I could go on and on. You know that group. You know that group, right? That that tribe, not our tribe. That tribe is alive and well on this planet, and some of them are going to learn the hard way. A lot of them are going to have to experience karma and the consequences of their actions and their choices, right? But there are people in our lives who are beginning to turn around. Some of them are in our family, some of them might be friendship groups, coworkers. They're starting to make that turn. Perhaps they're beginning to awaken and ascend and recognize that there's a better way, a higher way to allow the light of the divine to flow through them. However, they're still going to experience consequences for the actions and choices that they've made, okay? So even the people that are coming into the light now and healing their wounds and working on their trauma, wonderful. We can support them and celebrate them. We can be cheerleaders on the sidelines for them. They are still going to have to experience the repercussions of choices that they made. Okay, now it's up to the spirit realm, their sacred team, God, the creator, the source, to decide whether they're exempt from certain things, or whether they're going to skip out on karma. I don't know how that works. That's for the higher ups to decide. But for us down here, the boots on the ground, the soldiers down here on the ground, we are wayshowers. We create a path for people to ascend and heal. We show them the way. And then what they do with that information is up to them. We can lead a horse to water. We can't make them drink. But even once the horse starts drinking the water, not the Kool-Aid, once the horse starts taking the water and healing themselves, they may still have some challenges and some hard times ahead just because of choices they made. So for example, if a person decides that they want to live for spirit and they want to align with the practices of their ancestors, and so they begin these beautiful ancestral rituals and leading just spiritual practices that are so aligned and calming and blessed for their lives. But let's say that they made all these horrible financial investments when they were out there wayward and they weren't honoring spirit and they didn't have any spiritual practices. Well, just because they're now a spiritual being, holding integrity and aware of their sovereignty and, living this life of beautiful self-care, doesn't mean that they're not in financial ruin because of all the choices that they made. Now, we know that spirit is gracious, God is good, the divine has our back, the universe does have our back. And if we take the steps to heal and turn things around within a matter of time, I don't know when, because it's different for all of us, things will begin to turn around. That person's finances will eventually be grounded and anchored. Maybe a person's health will turn around, relationships will turn around. Things do get better when we align our lives with the spirit realm and we walk in integrity, we clear karma, we remove toxicity. Of course, things get better, but it may take a while. There may be some delays in the healing, in the way that healing looks. Okay, so healing can take place inside, internally, and the external may take a little bit of time depending on the choices that person made. Okay, so as a person is experiencing their karma or reaping what they sow or experiencing some negative consequences based on choices they made, empath, your best course of action is to step back and step out of the way, stay in your lane, and allow that person to experience what they experience. It's not your battle. It's not your responsibility to fall on your sword, to cushion the blow, to soften the blow for people. Let people learn and let them feel the burn of their choices. Stop acquiescing, dear empaths, giving in, saying yes when you mean no, loosening the boundaries around people just because it's hard for them to not cross your boundaries, just because it's difficult for them, just because they've lived their lives crossing boundaries, doesn't mean you have to let them cross yours because they don't know any better. How else are they going to learn, empaths? As we're dealing with these types of humans that are now learning their lessons and it's really hard for them, we can send them love and we can send them light. We can pray for them. We can show them the way. We can meditate with them. We can do yoga with them. We can go on hikes with them. You know what I mean? We can drink water with them. We can do things with them, but they still have to, it's their road and they've got to travel their own road and they've got to learn whatever they're supposed to learn. So, dear empaths, say your truth. Stop people pleasing. Let people experience the burn of their actions. And when someone is violating you or offending you or repeating behaviors that vex you or are crossing your boundaries, when they're getting out of their lane and stepping into your lane, you're not doing them any favors and you're not doing yourself any favors by remaining quiet and not saying anything. I'm certainly not saying beat them up or be mean or hurt them. We're here to bring love and light, and we can soften our tones, and we certainly can move from the heart in all things and speak the truth and love and lace our words with grace, for sure. But it is very important that we speak the truth. We have to give people an opportunity to experience maturation, to grow up, to heal, to up level. And we're not going to do that if we keep giving them baby food, or if we keep holding their hand through every darkness that they created for themselves. You have to be careful, dear empath, of accidentally falling into distraction frequency. When you are not staying in your lane and you're over giving, over cushioning, over coddling, babysitting people who need to grow up, now you have fallen for distraction frequency, and that's going to drain your energy and keep you from being focused on whatever your mission assignments are. So stay focused. And another thing is, like we just had this beautiful full moon, and whenever there's full moons or solar flares or certain auspicious, planetary things happening, it's really interesting. You'll feel like a little bit of an edginess, in the air. You might notice people are being a little edgy or choppy or aggressive, or, maybe people are withdrawn, or maybe they're complaining more. That's because these solar flares and full moons and a lot of these auspicious energetic planetary things, they bring out, they vex us. They go deep. They affect us energetically, physically, emotionally, biologically, all kinds of ways, mentally. And what it does is they serve a great purpose energetically. They shake things up externally, and they shake things up internally and energetically. And what this does is it creates a space for us as humans to go deep within and deal with our crap, to heal our us. It gives us an opportunity to just go in and see it for what it is. It's like the mirror is right here, and you're seeing every pore, every pimple, every zit, every line, every wrinkle, everything. You know what I mean? It's like this. And that's what solar flares and full moons do. It's like in your face, deal with your crap. And so when people are going through that process, dear empaths, we're not helping them by stepping in like we're Mighty Mouse, to save the day. We're not, that's not our job. Our job is to step back and send love and light and let them know they can get through it. Do you know what I mean? I remember my friend telling me that her husband went through an ayahuasca ceremony at their house by himself. And she was like, she grabbed the bucket, she grabbed the towel. She was ready for him to throw up. She was there to support. It's his thing. She wasn't doing ayahuasca, but he wanted to do it. He wanted to go deep in his spirituality, and he never threw up. Nothing happened. But she was prepared to support him, but she stayed in her lane. You know what I mean? She just stepped back and let him do his thing. That's his spiritual path. Anyway, I digress. So we want to, when the solar flares are happening, or geomagnetic storms are happening, or full moons, or certain auspicious things, or dark nights of the soul, or spiritual awakenings, or kundalini risings. There's all these spiritual things that happen to us, right, along our path. When that's happening to someone they might act ugly. They may shed layers of density. They may shed skin like a snake. They may become ugly. They might be more introverted. They may withdraw. They may be, they might be snapping at you, or aggressive, or condescending. I don't know what they might do. Their narcissism might be getting ready to be healed. Maybe their sociopathic behavior is getting ready to be healed. But you have to let them heal. And that only happens as you step back, get out of their lane, and allow them to learn, to grow, to heal, and to mature. So let's stay out of their stuff, dear ones. Don't be an obstacle to other people's healing. Don't impede their growth and their healing by jumping in, saving the day, cushioning them, coddling them, doing the hard work for them. It's their chores, it's their tasks, it's their monkeys, and it's their circus. Let them work it out. Yeah, that's it. And so these are the messages I have for you, dear empaths. For those of you that it resonates, I'm so happy that it does. If it doesn't resonate with you, I'll just table this message, because I'm sure at some point in your empath journey, this will be exactly the type of message that you need to hear. It will be the exact permission slip for you to step back, bow out gracefully, let somebody else deal with their own S. And on that note, sending you lots of love and light. Empaths, I look forward to being with you again.